Welcome back, everyone. We're talking about a special performance coming up at the Tada Theater later this month. And here to talk about, of course, is the person that's going to be performing here, Juli. Burney. I said it
Thank
right.
you. Yes. Thanks.
I panicked a little bit on the last name. But Juli Burney is here. She's from Nebraska. She's from Lincoln, actually, and she's traveled all across the country doing comedy here. And Juli, just trying to talk about what you're going to be doing here at the Tada Theater coming up.
Well, I'm excited. You know, the title is I'm home to do comedy tour, and so people ask me if I moved, and I haven't moved. I'm from Lincoln. But I do travel a lot around the country, and I don't work in Lincoln as much anymore because of that. And I very seldom do public performances anymore because I do a lot of corporations, companies, conferences, private things. So I'm excited to be public again. And I love coming home to Nebraska because, for one thing, you guys know where Nebraska is. I run into people that don't know where it is. I've had people ask me questions like, is Nebraska in Canada? Had somebody ask me that. I was standing in line to go into a restaurant and somebody asked me where I was from and I said Nebraska. They started laughing and said, I wish I could write comedy like that. And I go, no, I'm from Nebraska. And then I had somebody ask me if we had computers in Nebraska and I said, we do.
Rarely, yes.
Yeah, we're surfing the net with the rest of the world and we're very excited because next year we're getting indoor plumbing, because if they're that stupid, we don't really want to come to Nebraska.
We're just moving on from dial-up at this point.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So I'm going to be coming home, and after I get done with my chores, I'll take my once-a-week bath and go out for the weekend and do my 2 shows at Tada.
You've had quite the career. Just can you kind of tell people where you've been and what you've done?
Well, I'm very fortunate that I've worked in all 48 continental United States, which means the only states I haven't worked in are Alaska and Hawaii. And so I need to get there, and I've worked in Canada, and I have traveled a lot, and I've met a lot of interesting people. I'm very fortunate to do a lot of first responder conferences and caregiver conferences, and my goal is to lighten people up. I mean, because especially since COVID, the world's gotten crabbier, and we kind of have forgotten about our sense of humor, and we need to find them back again. So I'm on a mission to spread humor around the country, and so it'll be fun to come home and spread it with some familiar faces.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Is it hard to make people laugh these days?
It's a little harder. It was harder during COVID, of course, we couldn't meet with people, and doing humor on Zoom doesn't really work because you're really just talking to yourself. Everybody turns their camera off. And then after that, we were doing it to masked audiences, and when they laughed, you didn't know if they were having indigestion or laughing because it was a muffled sound. So now that we're all getting back together again, it's really wonderful to hear the sound of laughter, and I think people want to laugh. They just need a little poke to get there, something to laugh about.
And that's your job, right? To poke them a little.
That's my job. I'm a poker. That's right.
All right, we got to go, but you are performing November 17th and 18th at 7:30, right? At Tada Theater?
At 7:30, right. Doors open at 6:45. I'm at the Tada Theater on their showcase stage, so that means that there'll be tables and wine, and it'll be more of a party situation. And you can get your tickets by going to tadatheater.info. Right. And I hope everybody comes out because we're gonna have a great time.
Well, it sounds like it. Well, Juli, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we're gonna be right back, everyone. Please stay with us.